What's up, guys? Maxwell here. I know the quality is gonna be not as good just from where I'm at, but I'm more so about the value than making sure that something is super I guess pristine, you could say. But I just want to share with you guys about the idea, more so the mentality, about just the whole phrase of what I learned. You get what you desire the more that you go through the fire. And it's a lesson where for the past, I keep mentioning past 8 months, you guys are probably wondering, like, what's the whole significance? That soon will be revealed, but I bring that up because the more adversity you go through in such a short period of time, the more growth that you will accumulate, or it'll force you to accumulate to get to where God wants you to be. Because although these past 5 years, and I say 5 because I was in college for 5 years, brought about significant growth, and I went through countless trials and tribulations, growth, I learned that it wasn't until this past year that I truly gained growth that changed just my habits, my overall discipline forever. Because, there are times where I was going through a rut. I was going through times where I didn't even think I could make it out of. I would say that there is levels to it. Meaning, so I can recall 2020 to 2021 being a difficult school year for me. That was my freshman year of college. I had that before that summer. I had no discipline. I was just lazy. I was just on my phone. I was indoors most of the summer, I recall. I was addicted to PMO. I had no purpose, more so, or it's like I had what I knew what I want to do, but I was overthinking so much to the point where I didn't even start, because I was wondering, like, where do I start? And so the more pleasure that I indulged during that period of time, the more my growth was delayed. And that fall 2020, when my freshman year started, it was just struggle after struggle after struggle, because my discipline was so non-existent that even just the act of being disciplined, getting out of bed, was painful, actually physically painful. And so, and that struggle, that was something that was brought upon myself, that I allowed to happen. It wasn't something where I chose for it to happen. And I noticed that as the years went on, I don't want to get too deep into it, because this is more so for a lengthy topic with the 8-month video. But I do recall, as the years went by, it was something where I had instances that were molding me into the person that God called me to be. But I still had the wrong people in my life, without even realizing that those people were holding me back. I had the wrong people, and I thought I could grow and keep these people that were holding me back. I thought I could just balance between a variety of friends. I thought, like, life, you're gonna just meet a variety of people, so you might as well just keep anybody, you might as well just live life and have and you know, experience all these cultures. You know, that's what people say. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you have to have the discernment if the people around you are actually healthy. And so I kept the wrong people because I thought, for one, I didn't know, I couldn't really deal with them. I told myself, this will work itself out, because I knew life always has its struggles. But I kept them because I thought that, like, I was under the illusion that you just got to deal with people. And that's true, but that only occurs when it comes from people who aren't even within your close circle. You have to deal with people in life, but that is a result of you already have that foundation of people, supportive friends in front of you. The people you deal with shouldn't be your own friends. Your close foundation is the support to help you deal with those difficult people. Not like not your difficulty should be your own circle, you know. And so it was a whole thing where, getting back on topic, where shoot, my flashlight just died. Oh well. But I just had my habits couldn't rise, even when I was going through like insane times where I was going through insane difficulties for me, when I was learning just how to live in the real world, or the life boot camp that is college. And this is going to be another video talking about how I don't regret going to college at all. I know nowadays there's the common trend where people talking about, you know, college is a waste of time, college is this. I don't regret going at all. Even in the moment, I was questioning if it was going to be worth it. Now I realize it was completely worth it, at least for me. But I allowed my growth couldn't grow it, or I couldn't see the growth, because I had negativity clouding my perspective of my growth. Because if you have the wrong people, they're gonna distort your growth so much that it's gonna drive you to a point where you question if everything that you did even mattered. And so that's something hard place that I had to get out of with the wrong people in my life. And it reminded me too that you know, this is gonna be basically summary how these past 8 months were just the hardest months ever. And because those months were so hard, because they were months that I was just so, I was reaching to just exist every single day, reaching to just like physically days to physically move, physically just wanna like keep going, or physically think clearly, and I had to strain myself for that positive mindset so much, because I was straining for that growth. I had to use that both mental and physical effort to grow. That is when I truly saw transformation. And it was something where it was a result of circumstances that I allowed to happen in my life, just because God purposefully allowed it to happen. Okay, now it's working on. That's weird. But yeah, God purposefully allowed it to happen. And it's something I learned, that you can do everything you can to make sure everything is going like quote unquote right in your life. You can do this journey of semen retention. You could do this journey of just working to have the right people in your life. You can force as much as you can, but you cannot force for what God just puts you through. And the more that you let go and allow God to just sit within you with what you're going through, with what your circumstance is, that is when you will realize that you're making progress this whole time because you're trusting in God. You're allowing your faith to be in God and to just be in Jesus, than just faith in yourself or faith in your emotions or dictating your progress based on what you're feeling in the moment. Because that's what I used to do for so long. I dictated my entire progress based on how I was feeling, based on a reaction of a person who didn't even care about, like, people who just even care about the growth that I wanted to get to. They were getting mad that I wasn't giving them attention. And it was just this whole instance where sure, I was self-improving early on, like when I was starting my channel, or this is before my channel. So I started my Instagram page 2021. I was very inconsistent posting, but I recall I was going through the fire even when I was starting. With self-improvement as a whole, you're always going to be going through the fire. There's never going to be like a time when you are, there's times where you can't, you are like coasting per se, but it's coasting in the sense where your routines are locked in. You can't just coast without putting any effort. But I was being put through the fire earlier on when I started, but that was solely because I just, it wasn't, I could have gone further along when I built my foundation of self-improvement with God. And that's another just point. It's just, you will grow the more you go through the fire, but you have to allow God to go through the fire with you. If you go through the fire by yourself, you're just going to be going in circles. You're going to see every moment when you're not making as much progress as like, oh man, I need to work harder. Oh man, I'm doing this wrong. Or oh man, this is cringe, or this is not like for me, or something like that. You're just going to have to keep trusting in the process. Like you trust in the process, and you grow the most the more that you make God the foundation of your journey, whether that's a journey like this channel, a journey where this is something I'm gonna document for future, just the multifaceted goals that I want to achieve. Like this channel, this is the self-development, that's like ranked number 1. I think rank number 2 is editing. That's going to be a future video, just how I'm ranking all my goals and how I'm going to just accomplish them, like consistently accomplish them on a day-to-day basis. It's going to be a process. You're not going to see a video tomorrow that's going to be like, I got it, guys, I'm accomplishing all this. It's going to be a gradual growth, and I'm not going to post this fake content that's pretending that I got here. I'm going to show you, these videos are documenting the journey that I'm on. Like I know one of my other goals I've ranked as just, no, actually, I'm not going to say that because I remember hearing where it's like, don't tell people your goals or too much of your goals. So yeah. This is I've one within me that's I guess more so secret. It's more so a personal type goal. It doesn't relate to this like channel at all, but it could provide some future inspiration, so who knows. But yeah, all of that to say is just, you know, going through the fire will increase your desire, but that's only if like this is the desire for growth, that is. But you will only go through the fire productively. You can go through the fire as much as you want, but if your journey is not with God and you're just doing this all by yourself and with your own understanding, you still will make growth, but it will take you longer to realize how drastic your growth was. Because honestly, this is the first year that I've started to fully accept how much growth I've made, because in the past my relationship with God was really in its beginner stage. Even most of this time in college, it was growth from the beginner stage. I would say it's at immediate right now. So that's just some food for thought. Keep God within you when you're going through the fire, because that is the only way that you will see the magnitude of your growth. God bless you guys. I didn't go to the gym today, just because of the time got away, but we're hitting it with the post dinner workout. It's a little after 11 p.m. right now. Really, I'm also just going to be sharing in the future about just the whole like overtime early morning wake up journey and stuff. That would be gradual. I can't guarantee like that's gonna happen tomorrow, like the consistency, but it'll just happen over time. Like I said, everything in this channel is a gradual over time of my mindset, and you guys are just here watching it to see it. So God bless you guys. Max for Maxwell, signing out.